down and ready to ride.
Right here. I'm not even that late, Casey. I hope everybody is doing well today. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Pardon me. And also happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. I would like to give an update on my meal last night. It was amazing. It tasted really good. I don't know if I beat my meat too much or what happened, but it was definitely not it gave the consistency of donair meat, which is what I was making, just so you know. Anyways, regardless, I wanted to have us to look at today. So we're going to start with Clayton County. You know, I go there every week in hopes that Dismissal Dan comes back, because sometimes he does. There are some days once every 2 months or so that my prayers are answered. My Sunday prayer, literally, I literally Sunday pray in the morning. I'm like, oh, Jesus and Judge Alex Manning, our queen, could you please let Dismissal Dan do a docket today? I'm half kidding, half not. I really do wish it when I search for it in the morning on Sundays, but again, it's like a rare elusive slot hit, you know, once in a while. That's another thing I'm having withdrawals from is watching people play slots on the internet. Reminder, if you want to play slots, you can play them here, but you will lose just like you do in the casino, and you've been warned. Now, we are going to watch... Oh, Judge. Okay. So this is in Clayton County, which is just beside Fulton County. Jeez, my Georgia county line knowledge is just lacking today. I just smoked a joint. Anyways, let's just watch this judge. I don't know what she's looking at. What is she looking at? What's she looking at? Did you hear that loud car outside? I bet you can't, but I can.
All right, good morning. We are now streaming live on YouTube. Today is May 10th, 2024. I'm Judge Beatrice Scott. I am the Magistrate Court Judge presiding over this morning's hearings. If you're having trouble hearing me at any time, please let me know. There are a few things that I need to go over with you prior to starting the calendar. Please listen carefully as it will help you better understand the nature and purpose of today's proceeding. First, I'm not here to try your case or to take a plea in your case or to have any legal discussions about the specific facts of your case. The purpose of this first appearance hearing is to inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights you have, set bond on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bond, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent. Please do not attempt to tell me any specific facts about your case or any legal defense you may have. As I said earlier, we are streaming live and this hearing is being recorded. Anything you say may be used against you and at a later proceeding. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights. You have the right to the presumption of innocence. You have the right to indictment by a grand jury for felonies or to have an accusation filed against you for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial. You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf. You have the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf. If you cannot afford to hire an appointed. Also, if you are not a citizen, some charges may adversely affect your immigration status. You will need to consult with an attorney. Some of you will be allowed to post bond for your release from jail pending the prosecution of this case. These bonds may be posted in one of three ways. You can make a cash bond by having someone to deliver the full amount of the bond in cash with any mandated fees to the sheriff's office, who will hold it until your final court date.
Listen, Loud, I'll say two things. One is that this job, why do I put air quotes around it? It's a fucking job. But anyways, this career path that I've decided to take as of late, getting court, has taught me about dealing with not getting what you want. For example, we all wanted the final verdict on the Birdie case, and turns out they settled out of court after our last hearing that we heard. I anticipate that we're going to hear the rest of the case, Loud, and I watch for it every day. Literally, that's what I spend my time doing. But I didn't do it just to foil you, CYP. But anyways, so the outcome hasn't even been said yet. Like, they stopped. We were watching it up to real time. I can't create. Well, I could. I mean, I guess I could with AI. Oh, maybe that's what we should do in members only. Run a few AI scenarios and see what the outcomes could be. But the reality is we're in the middle of Megan's testimony, and the judge rescheduled them. He didn't even give us a date. Anyways. But what I'm trying to explain is that back in the day, that may have foiled me from even like covering a case. But now I'm just like, we had fun while we did it. If we get to know the answer, we get to know the answer. Maybe in a year or two, they'll email me and say, hey, lady, can you take our messy divorce down off your fucking YouTube channel? And I probably won't. But you never know. Anyways, okay.
At that time, your cash will be returned to the person who posted it. You can have the full bond amount. If you don't have the full bond amount in cash, you can also use a commercial bonding company who may take up to 15% of the bond for their service. This fee will not be returned to you. You may also have someone post a property bond as long as there is net equity in the property of at least 3 times the amount of the bond. For example, if I set a bond for $2,000, your property must have at least $6,000 in equity to qualify as a property bond. Each of you will have as a condition of your bond that you are not to violate any laws while you are out on bond. Some of you will have additional special conditions that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going around certain places. If you have a no contact provision on your bond, that means you must stay away and have no contact with the victim. You may not call, text, email, write a letter, or contact them through any social media platform. You can't even do something nice for that person, such as sending them flowers. Also, if I order you not to return to a particular location, that means you cannot go back to that location for any reason. If the no return to location is a shared residence, meaning you reside there with the alleged victim, please let me know and I will authorize you to go back, but only while accompanied with the sheriff, to collect some of your belongings that are not in dispute. You will need to make that appointment within 10 days of being released. The court takes these special conditions very seriously. Now, unfortunately, some percentage of you will be back in custody on a bond revocation because you didn't take what I'm saying seriously. Instead, you will try to return to the residence or reconcile with the victim. Please make sure that you follow the bond order until it is modified or until your case is resolved. If you do violate the bond order and the court considers your contact intimidating or harassing, you could receive additional felony charges such as aggravated stalking or influencing a witness. These type charges carry punishment of up to 20 years in prison and $20,000 in fines. Also, if your spouse, family member, or friend is the alleged victim in your case, he or she will not be allowed to post the bond, as the court will have a no contact order as a special condition of your bond. You are not allowed to contact the victim while you are in jail. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized to set bond by law. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Whether a bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. Please listen carefully as I talk about preliminary hearing. Today, I will give each of you a preliminary hearing date. The purpose of the preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is enough evidence or probable cause to keep you detained on your charges. If you bond out, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived because you are out of jail and no longer detained. Now, if you are charged with a misdemeanor only, when you come up before the court, you will be allowed to waive your preliminary hearing. I will ask you whether you want to waive your preliminary hearing. What that does is move your case along the pipeline a little quicker. Waiving your preliminary hearing does not affect your rights or your bond amount. It moves your case from magistrate court, where you are now, to state court faster. This court does not have any preference as to whether you waive your preliminary hearing or not. But if you ask me what that means when I ask you if you want to waive it, I will go ahead on and assign your preliminary hearing, because I do not want you to waive your preliminary hearing if you don't understand what that means. Again, if you bond out, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived and you do not have to attend the court date that I give you today. Finally, if you have a prior criminal history, meaning that it is not your first arrest, you are not eligible for a signature bond. I am about to read the oath to you. Everyone, please raise your right hand and respond, I do, if you agree. Do you swear or affirm that the information that you're about to give this court, as well as any information you provided on your application for court-appointed counsel, is true and correct? If you do, say I do. Everyone needs to say I do.
I do.
All right, you may put your hands down.
She is like reading from a high school textbook. It's terrible. Okay, get your guesses in now. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? I'm not pausing that much.
Mr. Edwards is ready for you.
Yes, I understand.
He'll stand by waiting with his a couple. And close and then close.
All right, Mikhail Elijah Edwards, you've been charged with malice murder, in that you did unlawfully, with malice aforethought, cause the death.
Oh my God. I kicked the camera. I was so shocked. I was just joking and showing him my boobies. Sort of. Not really, YouTube daddy. Oh my God. I literally shrieked. Ooh, okay, my phone's ringing. So,
Of Brianna Winston, in that you did choke Brianna Winston to death during an argument. You then traveled to Gates, Tennessee with the body of the victim concealed in a suitcase, and with a co-defendant proceeded to burn the suitcase in a barrel using gasoline and lighter fluid as an in an attempt to conceal the murder. No bond has been set in your case at this time. Based upon your application for appointed counsel, you do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing on this matter is June 5th. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Hey, right now.
All right. I wish you all the best.
They gotta wait. Oh, no tissue.
All right, Your Honor. Do you have anyone else you would like to see first before we proceed with the calendar?
No, we can move forward with the with females.
Okay. 1 second, Your Honor.
However you want to do it, it's fine. Hey, what's your name?
Say your name.
Deonta Brown.
All right, Ms. Brown. You've been charged with criminal damage to property. Your case has been dismissed at this time, okay? You'll be released later today.
All right. Come on in here. Nice lady up.
Very good. I'll send it to you later.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What's your name?
Amari Brown.
All right, Ms. Brown, you've been charged with theft by deception. Your bond is $10,000. Yes, ma'am, you do not qualify for a public defender. You would have to hire your own attorney. Your preliminary hearing on this matter is June 5th, okay? If you don't bond out, all right? Thank you.
We got Jamie. Jamie here.
Jamie.
Don't daddy. Down.
Downing, that's what I said.
She knew.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Jamie Blondie.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize about the murder. I apologize about the phone call, many different things. but do we need the interpreter for this? At least it's not a Spanish interpreter.
Which Brown? Amar. Ms. Brown. Overall, the assignments are.
All right, you've been charged with battery. Your case has been dismissed at this time. It may be brought back at a later date, okay? But it's dismissed and now, and you will be released later today, okay?
Another big D.
Okay? I wish you all the best.
Yes. We said for the parents.
Yeah, good afternoon, Your Honor. Sorry about that. This is the Mandarin interpreter. Sorry about that. A little bit late, but I'm here. Thank you.
That's fine. We'll be right with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's up, Yana? We have Latasha Downing. She's coming right up. She's
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's cute.
What?
Ms. Downing?
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Best and highly favored.
Amen.
That's what
All
she
right,
just.
Did she say better than I deserve? I'm gonna back it up.
Thank you.
Okay, that's cute.
All right, Ms. Downing?
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Best and highly favored.
Amen.
That's what
All
she
right, you've
just.
been charged with criminal trespass. Your bond is $2,000.
I'm opposed.
Based upon your application, ma'am, you do qualify for a public defender. If you don't bond out on this, your preliminary hearing is June 4th, but you can waive that. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing? All right, I need you to sign your waiver, okay?
Not really who married.
All right. All right, I wish you all the best, okay?
Let them be scared.
All right.
In reverse. That's your medicine.
All right, you need to sign your waiver, okay?
You had me. You like, you should not be on.
Okay,
Good morning, Tamika Graves.
good morning. All right, you've been charged with several offenses. Use of possession of drug-related objects, your bond is $1,000. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, your bond is $1,000. Concealing the idea of vehicle, your bond is $500. A tenant window violation, your bond is $500. Insurance, drive without insurance, your bond is $1,000. And improper tag, your bond is $500. The total amount of your bond is $4,500, okay? You do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing? Well, actually, you're not able to. You're charged with a felony. So your next court date is June 5th, okay? If you don't bond out, okay? You're on mute, deputy. Did you have a question or do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, great. All right, have a good day.
You too, thank you.
I have number 5.
What's your name? All right, you've been charged with obstructing, hindering, display of a license plate. Your bond is $1,000. Use of possession of drug-related objects. Your bond is $1,000. And possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond is $1,000. The total amount of your bond is $3,000.
Hey.
You do qualify for a public defender. Your next court date is June 4th. Would you like to waive that?
Yes.
All right, I have yours waived. Please sign your waiver, okay?
Hey.
What's her name?
Word.
Martin. What about the first government? Somebody else wants it.
No, he just been sitting back there.
So they're not recording?
You know, everybody don't pay back. And when everybody pays back.
Everybody gone?
Little Mason.
What's your name?
Samaya Martin.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a radio to on. Still gonna be on.
Ms. Martin, you've been charged with loitering, prowling. Your bond is $1,000. Felony offenses of violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. There are 3 counts. For the first count, your bond is $2,000. For the second count, your bond is $3,000. For the third count, your bond is $3,000. Possession of dangerous drugs, your bond is $2,000. Another count of violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, your bond is $2,000. And trafficking methamphetamine, your bond is $20,000. The total amount of your bond is $23,000, okay? How much money do you make per month?
I'm not sure. I know I get paid $19 an hour, but I'm not sure how much it is a month. I actually just recently started my new job.
Trafficking methamphetamine.
All right, I will appoint you a public defender. Your preliminary hearing, if you don't bond out, is June 5th, okay? All right, I wish you all the best, okay?
I need for him to come sign.
What's your name?
Rita Martinez Romero.
Girl could be my sister. Maybe. Also, I'm having a big ADHD moment and I'm trying to remember what I was trying to do and now I can't. Fine, Bill. Oh, members only. What time is that at? 6 or 6:30 did I put it for? I think I put it for 6, right?
Last name?
Martinez Romanello.
Okay. You've been charged with a tenant window violation. Your bond is $500. Use of possession of drug-related objects. Your bond is $1,000. Drive without license on your person. Your bond is $500. And obstructing or hindering a license plate display of a license. Your bond is $500. The total amount of your bond is $2,500. Based upon your application, ma'am, you do not qualify for a public defender. You would have to hire your own attorney. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing? All right, it's set for June 4th, okay? All right, do you understand?
Yeah, she does.
All right, I wish you all the best.
So.
What's your name?
Imani Randolph. No, so wait. Maybe next court date. Happens, like did it happen? Sign this and then you can. But like.
Sign on this way.
Last name is Randolph.
Yes.
Ma'am, you signed. Oh, so if you're gonna bond out, then you're not.
You've been charged with battery. Your bond is $3,500. Your bond has special conditions that you not have any contact with Lauren Green and that you not return to 5751 Riverdale Road in Riverdale, Georgia until this case is complete. You do
Okay.
qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing is June 4th. You don't bond out. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right, I need you to sign your waiver, okay? All right, I wish you all the best. Do you understand your conditions?
This, can I ask a question? So you said my bond is $3,500.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Is that, do I have to pay the whole total or is that like 10%?
For either one, okay? If you go to a bonding company, you can pay the 10 to 15%, okay? All right, you're welcome.
What you got, son? Oh, come on.
Go in itself.
Man. Take those. And that right for it. The other side of it.
All right, Your Honor.
Okay,
They'll conclude all the females for today. I must go ahead
Right.
with interpreter since he's on.
yes, that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Let me swear you in.
Thank you, Carol.
You swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Vietnamese and Vietnamese to English to the best of your skill and knowledge?
Vietnamese. I'm the Mandarin interpreter.
Mandarin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a Vietnamese. Ask him if he speaks Mandarin.
你是讲中文还是讲越南话的呢？你说是 Vietnamese 对不对？越南人还是讲中文的？你听不懂我讲话对不对？你不是讲中文的，讲的是普通话。
I think he needs Vietnamese.
That's sorry, I apologize for that.
Oh, no, it's not your fault. I think we ordered both. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We'll have to
I'll
come
wait.
back.
Hold.
We'll have to come back,
Okay.
Mr. Nguyen.
Thank you.
Everybody that speaks
You're free to go, Mr. Cho.
Oh, so we don't have a Mandarin.
Yeah, we're free to go.
You don't have a Mandarin
Yeah.
Thank you, Your
one?
Honor.
You
Have a nice
got
day.
both?
Thank you so much. Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye bye.
Okay, well, then,
Sunday.
Mr. Sunday.
What the heck is happening?
All right. Sir, you've been charged with false statements. Your bond is $2,000. False report of a crime. Your bond is $1,000. And obstruction of an officer. Your bond is $1,000. The total amount of your bond is $4,000. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Based upon your application, sir, you would have to hire your own attorney. You do not qualify for a public defender. Would you like to, your preliminary hearing is June 5th.
Where are you going?
If you don't bond out, okay?
Your Honor, can I waive my right to the state court, please?
Sorry?
Your Honor, can I waive my right to the state court? And then I can get my.
You have to talk, you have to, right now you need to try to bond out, okay? And then try to get an attorney to help you, okay?
Okay, can I use
They don't know.
our weapon?
I'm sorry?
Can I use our weapon? Our weapon, I have a special.
Oh, no, you have to make your bond, okay?
What's my total of my bond?
Total amount of your bond is $4,000, okay?
And if I go to a bond place, how much would that be?
It'll be between $400 and $600, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, this way.
That made me sad.
Sir, no, oh, wait, Mr. Sunday. Sir, Mr. Sunday, I'm gonna go this way.
Reporting a false crime? What did he do? Did he understand it? I'm confused. And he said he had a speech impediment.
All right, all y'all stand. First, two y'all going to the housing, raise y'all going to the dome.
Deputy, do you have Tesco Raymond?
Ma'am,
You have Tesco Raymond?
Tesco.
You want him?
Yep. Yes, Your Honor, we're getting right now.
No, I just was wondering if you had him, because he didn't fill out a court appointed form. Okay,
That one out yesterday.
we're ready for Mr. Boyer?
Mr. Boyer.
Hey. Right.
We used to have a theory because back in the day, last year, there was a lot of people looking off to the side for the answers. But, oh, let's see what happens here.
Mr. Boyer,
Yes, ma'am.
you've been charged with criminal trespass. Your bond is $1,500. Your bond has special conditions that you not have any contact with Kadira King until this case is complete. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
Excuse me?
Do you have a job?
I'm disability.
All right, you do, hold on, you do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing, if you don't bond out, is June 5th, all right? Did you have a question?
What do I do about my home? That's my home.
Are you gonna send it to email?
I own that home. That's my parents' home. They own it. It's not mine. They own it.
I'm sorry, your preliminary hearing is June 4th. You're not able to return to that property or be around that person until this case is resolved, okay?
If I sell the house, can they be evicted?
So this is 84 La Costa Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna give you the ability to go back with the sheriff to pick up any belongings that you have if you need to, okay? To hold you over until this case is complete, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank
He don't have this.
WTF is going on? So weird.
All right, Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown, Kevin Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, you've been charged with criminal trespass. Your bond is $1,000. Public drunk, your bond is $1,000. And obstruction of an officer, your bond is $1,000. The total amount of your bond is $3,000. How much money do you make per month, sir?
About 2,400.
What type of work do you do?
I'm a counselor at the VA.
Are you hourly?
I beg your pardon, ma'am.
Are you hourly or salary?
Hourly.
Okay. I will appoint a public defender for you. Your preliminary hearing is June 4th if you don't bond out. Would you like to waive that?
The preliminary hearing.
Yes. If you're confused, we'll just set it for June 4th, okay?
Okay then, ma'am.
That seems like a
All the best,
lot.
okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
I thought he said counter, maybe like
No, he
counting.
needs to sign. Mr. Brown, come on, come on.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
Antonio Coleman, and forgive me if I can't hear my lip ear.
Okay. All right. You are charged with failing to exercise due care. Your bond is $500. Driving on suspended registration, your bond is $500. Violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, a felony, your bond is $2,000. Concealing the ID of a motor vehicle, your bond is $500. In possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, your bond is $5,000. So the total amount of your bond is $8,500. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you make per month, sir?
Ma'am,
How much do you make per month? How much money do you make per month?
I'd say about 24.
Okay. You do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing, if you don't bond out, is June 5th, okay? All right, I wish you all the best.
All right.
Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, right here, over here, please. Your Campbell.
What's your name?
Wayne Campbell.
All right, you've been charged with loitering, prowling. Your bond is $1,000. Your bond has special conditions that you're not returning 1915 Flat Shoals Road in Riverdale. You do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am. Do I qualify for a single
Hold on
oral?
one second. It's set for June 4th then, okay? You don't bond out. What's your question?
Do I qualify for a single oral bond?
No. You can't adjust your bond at this time, okay?
I said $1,000, ma'am?
It's, yes, $1,000.
Mr. Campbell, on the way up.
Hello.
Mr. Curry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you've been charged with the felony offense of violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond is $3,000. Possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, your bond is $5,000. The total amount of your bond is $8,000. You do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing is June 5th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom if you don't bond out, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Coleman.
Go ahead.
Last name?
What's your name?
Dial.
All right, you've been charged with battery family violence. Your bond is $3,000. Cruelty to children in the first degree. Your bond is $3,000. 2 counts of cruelty to children in the third degree. Your bond is at $1,000 for each of those. The total amount of your bond is $8,000. Bond has special conditions. You should not have to have any contact with Jariah Dial, Cadence Dial, or Vivian Kashurova. And you're not to return to 4665 Arlen Park until this case is complete. Do you understand?
Yes.
Someone's phone's ringing. It's the judge's phone. I thought it was my phone. I was looking all over the place. I didn't touch the video level at all. It's the judge's phone transmission bumping into the audio.
But that's my residence. I own it.
I understand. You're still not able to return until this case is complete, okay? Or unless your attorney tells you otherwise. If you hire an attorney or the court tells you otherwise, okay? Again, you do not qualify for a public defender. You must hire your own attorney. And your next court date is June 5th if you don't bond out, okay?
Where can I take care of my bond?
You can work that out. You can make a phone call after this case is done, okay?
Okay.
Awkward.
Miss Dow, when you finish, sir,
What about
sit
that?
back and sit.
Not yet. Maybe her
You
monitor's
got
open.
it.
Pro tip, Judge, if you want people to think that you're looking at them all the time, put the
Next person
camera
up.
where you will be reading.
Come on.
Board, read the board. Oh, 6.
Mrs. Ford, you've been charged with improper lane change. Your bond is $500. And driving with suspended license, your bond is $1,500. The total amount of your bond is $2,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
How much money do you make per month?
Per month?
Yes.
3,000.
All right, based upon your application, sir, you do not qualify for a public defender. You would have to hire your own attorney. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right, I have you as waived, okay? All right, you need to sign your waiver. Let me fill out the list, okay? What's your name?
Thank you.
Last name again?
Kelly.
All right. Takedrian Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. You've been charged with battery. Your bond is $3,500. Your bond has special conditions that you not have any contact with Joseph Laura and that you not return to Mount Zion High School while this case is pending. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right, I have yours waived. Please sign your waiver, okay? What's your name?
Yes, I'm out.
All right, you've been charged with possession of a handgun by a minor. Your bond is $5,000. In reckless conduct, your bond is $3,000. The total amount of your bond is $8,000. You do qualify for a public defender. Would you like, well, your preliminary hearing is June 5th if you don't bond out, okay?
That's it, ma'am.
All right, I wish you all the best. What's your name?
His name is Drunk Beaver Production. Thank you so much, Jonathan. You're amazing. Yay! Thank you. Just in time. Members only is already scheduled. That's how on the ball I am today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much, Jonathan. And yes, members only is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That will be 9 p.m. East. And yes, a Mother's Day special, if you will. Special with me.
All right, Caleb Montgomery, you've been charged with obstruction of an officer. Your bond is $1,000. And disorderly conduct, your bond is $1,500. The total amount of your bond is $2,500. Do you have a job, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, you do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Okay, I have you, your hearing is in June 4th. If you don't bond out, okay?
I'm gonna come talk to you already. She, medical home, infirmary. She said infirmary.
I know where she at. That's why I'm gonna take her. So what are you talking? You confusing me.
That's why I'm gonna talk.
What's your name?
Gregory Payton.
All right, you've been charged with driving without tail lights. Your bond is $500. Suspended registration, your bond is $1,500. The total amount of your bond is $2,000. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right, you do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Sign up.
All All right, I have you as waived. Please sign your waiver, okay? What's your name?
No mine's Robinson.
All right, you've been charged with driving without taillights, your bond is $500. Driving without a license, your bond is $1,000. The total amount of your bond is $1,500. Do you have a job, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, you do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have you as waived. Please sign your waiver, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sign around too.
Did anybody have a special dinner
What's your
today? I'd
name?
love to hear about it.
Albert Rouse.
All right, Mr. Rouse, you've been charged with public indecency. Your bond is $2,000. And battery, your other charge is $3,000. The total amount of your bond is $5,000. Your bond has special conditions. Did you not have any contact with Tierra Ringer until this case is complete?
Yes, ma'am. Could you tell me what the charge was again?
Public indecency
Mhm.
and battery, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And $5,000.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You do qualify for a public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
All right, it's set for June 4th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish you all the best.
Yes, ma'am.
They were very good. The sauce was very good.
What's your name,
They
sir?
were very good.
Skipper.
All right, you've been charged with improper lane change. Your bond is $500. Striking a fixed object, your bond is $1,500. The total amount of your bond is $2,000. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you do qualify for public defender. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
All right, I have, your hearing is then at June 4th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom if you don't find out, okay?
What was the charge again? Improper lane change and
Improper lane change and striking a fixed object, okay? What's your name?
Reginald Smith Jr.
You get a thermal.
You've been charged with simple battery. Your bond is $3,000. Your bond has special conditions that you're not having contact with Jessica Crinton until this case is complete. You do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing, if you don't find out, is June 4th, all right?
Yes.
All right, I wish you all the best. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, it's set for June 4th, okay?
And the bond is $3,000?
Correct. What's your name?
St. Patrick.
All right, you've been charged with,
Did he just say his name is St. Patrick? That's what my brain heard. And now I might have mashed potatoes, like loaded mashed potatoes for dinner. That might be my Mother's Day gift to myself. Yes, eat loaded mashed potatoes with garlic and cream and butter and cheese and sour cream and green onions. And probably do some mushrooms and onions. Yeah, I think we might do that.
possession of firearm by a convicted felon, your bond is $5,000. Theft by receiving stolen property, your bond is $5,000. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, your bond is $1,000. Open container violation, your bond is $500. Valid suspended license, your bond is $1,500. Improper signal, your bond is $500. and another count of improper signal, your bond is $500. The total amount of your bond is $14,000, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You do qualify for a public defender. The preliminary hearing is June 5th, if you don't bond out, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate
All
it.
right, wish you all the best.
How you doing, man? My name is Reggie Thurman.
What's your name?
Reggie Thurman.
What's your last name, sir?
Same question.
Reggie.
Oh,
All
same.
right, Mr. Thurman, you've been charged with felony offense of violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond is $3,000. Possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Your bond is $5,000. The total amount of your bond is $8,000.
Okay.
Don't act like you
You qualify for public defender. Your preliminary hearing is June 5th, if you don't bond out, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
All right, I wish you all the best. What's your name?
She goes quick. Mr. Walker, not Whopper.
Mr. Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you've been charged with
This third.
several offenses. You've been charged with criminal damage to property or a misdemeanor count of criminal damage to property. Your bond is $1,500 on that, but overall, you do not have a bond. You're also charged with robbery by force. No bond has been set on that charge. Aggravated assault. No bond has been set on that charge. And tampering with evidence. No bond has been set on that charge as you're currently on probation, okay? You're not to have any contact with Eric Wilcox or Monique Richardson. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, you do qualify for a public defender. Your preliminary hearing is June 5th, okay?
Thank you.
I wish you all the best.
That's two, y'all stand up and say.
What's your name?
Yeah.
That's Stevenson.
This is.
All right, you've been
Kenneth
charged
Stevenson.
with, or you're actually,
I believe these two are your fugitives for today's calendar, Your Honor.
okay, thank you.
Oh, beautiful. A perfect way to end the evening. If you don't know, this is a fugitive from justice. The two of these guys, that means you get two guesses. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in the chat right now. Where did they abscond from? And guess what? Don't pick Georgia, because that's where they are. It's any of the other United States. So pick your state, any state. I am going with Florida today. Florida in my heart for both. I'm going Florida, but you can pick whatever you want. Put them in the chat. I see Ohio. What else do we see? Nevada and Colorado. Texas. Oh, Tom agrees with me. Everybody get their guesses in. She's going to give her a little rant. Oh, I'm seeing some Texas. Pennsylvania and Lewis's. Where the fuck is that? Louisiana. Oh, I was like, who's Lewis? Oh, Lewis. He creates fugitives like you wouldn't believe. We have to extradite. Also, welcome, Jody. Nice to see you. Okay, I think we can utilize this. It doesn't have any audio, Paisley. You can speak right through it. Let's see what they say. I'm picking Florida. Do I win a trip to Florida if I'm right?
I think I haven't,
Right down that white portion.
I don't have the waivers for Mr. Stevenson as yet.
They were sent over this morning. I did see them, okay?
Okay.
I think I saw them.
I saw Mr. Tasco.
Oh, they did not put, they were supposed to upload them into JOTS. Okay. All right, Mr. Stevenson
Yes.
and Mr. Tesco,
Yes.
your cases are a little different than the other cases today. You are both charged with being fugitives from justice, which means that you are wanted from another state. Okay.
We don't have to walk a lot.
Bless.
Judge, we're killing the momentum.
Right. Today you have to decide whether you want to voluntarily return to the other state. Because you have to return to the other state to address the charges. You cannot address them here. You can voluntarily return voluntarily. You have 30 days. They will have 30 days to come and pick you up. If they don't come within those 30 days, then you should be released from our jail. Some people already know what they want to do, so I'm going to ask you before I go any further. Mr. Tesco, you're wanted out of Virginia, okay?
Yes.
Do you know what you want to do? You want to voluntarily return?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have waivers for, that's called waiving.
Virginia.
And there are several documents for you to sign, waiving extradition. Once you sign those, then your 30 days should start tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
And Mr. Stevenson, you are wanted out of Michigan. Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I waive it.
All right, I have you both as waiving. Sign your documents. And then again, your 30 days should start tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right, I wish you both the best.
All right, Your Honor, that will conclude today's calendar until we have the interpreter for Mr. Nagu, I believe his last name is.
Win.
Here,
He's gonna have to be reset to tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Okay.
Okay, no problem. I'll let him.
Oh my goodness, what a case load, what a day, starting out with a fucking bang, a little bit of a banger. Gangbanger? No, allegedly. I don't know. That was actually terrible. I think that they actually I heard the allegations. I'm just blocked them from my head. Anyways, as a reminder, members only starts in approximately half an hour. It's already up and running. If you're a member, head on down. You guys can hang out there and chat. I'll be there in a little bit. Thank you. We did get some Big D. We did get the Big D. We did get a lovely gift from Drunk Beaver Productions. So absolutely was a great night. Please remember that I love you. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.